When you're delivering a presentation, your audience is not only paying attention to what you say, they're paying attention to how you say it. In fact, how you deliver your message is often more important than what you say. In milliseconds, your audience is forming impressions of you. Are you credible? Are you confident? These are questions that the audience is looking to your nonverbal behavior to decide. In discussing nonverbal behavior, we will start by talking about how you use your body. We'll move up and talk about your gestures, and we'll conclude by talking about your eye contact. And then we'll look to see how this applies when you're seated, as well as when you're doing an online presentation. To begin, the very first thing your audience sees about you is your body. It is critical that your body be balanced and tall. You want to take up space. Nervous speakers make themselves small and they retreat. To present properly, stand in a balanced way, head straight, shoulders and hips square. It's important to have your feet facing forward directly under your shoulders, as if train tracks are running beneath your legs. To have your feet in any other position opens up the possibility of swaying or rocking. And while swaying is a way of self-soothing, much like little kids suck their thumbs to calm down, it signals to your audience that you're uncomfortable and perhaps nervous. So the way you stand is all about being balanced. Once you're standing in a balanced position, this is the fundamental stance we start from. We then need to consider what we do with our hands. Your hands are used to demonstrate or emphasize with gestures. When gesturing, you want your arms out and extended facing your audience. Think of giving a handshake. Some tips to help. Gestures should always be above the waist, and they should be breaking the sides of your shoulders. In other words, extended beyond your shoulders. When not gesturing, place your hands either down by your sides so they're hanging gently. This makes you look very confident, although it feels very exposed. In fact, when you go to the tailor, this is how your clothes are fitted to you, so it looks really good. Another great resting position is to clasp your hands lightly right in front of your belly button, your hands resting on your hips. This is a great place to come back to after you've gestured. The idea is to be relaxed though. Tensing your hands will cause your shoulders to hunch and your elbows to be pinned to your body. We want to avoid looking like a T-Rex dinosaur when we gesture. We want our gestures to be out and extended. The next stop on our journey to effective nonverbal use is our eye contact. Eye contact is critical for connecting with your audience. In North American culture, we expect eye contact. There are sayings like eyes are the windows to the soul. When making eye contact, you want to spread it around your audience. However, you don't want to focus on anyone too long. We're trying to avoid darting eyes. So consider giving a connection to one member of the audience and then move to the next in a non-patterned way. Now, we don't just stand in one position while delivering a presentation. Movement is key. I suggest 3 places for movement. One is at the beginning of a presentation. When you start, step into your audience, extend your arms, and welcome them. Nervous speakers retreat from their audience. Confident ones approach them. This logic also holds for when you are taking questions from the audience. Step into the question asker. Step towards them. This shows you're ready to take the question. Nervous speakers retreat when questions are asked. The third place I recommend movement is during transitions. When you move from one point to the next, verbally, do it physically as well. Just make sure whenever you move that you land in that balanced position with your feet parallel underneath your shoulders. All of this information applies when seated as well at a meeting or a sit-down presentation. Sit so you're balanced with your feet flat on the ground or perhaps crossed at the ankles. You want to lean forward in the chair a bit. Leaning back shows that you're disengaged or nervous. Your hands should be placed on the table, fingers clasped or one hand resting on the other. You want to remain open. Keep the hands down. Additionally, clear the deck of anything in front of you. You will have a tendency to pick up or play with anything that's in front. The same information applies when presenting online. On a video, your head balance is critical. If you tilt your head or move your head a lot, it looks very obvious and distracting. You want the shoulders square, and you want to look directly at the camera, not the screen. If you look at the screen, what it will appear like to those watching you is if you're looking down. All of these tips for nonverbal behavior will make you appear more confident and comfortable when presenting. It is critical to show your audience that you are confident and calm, and we mostly do that through our nonverbal behavior.